I think that at least 30% of the male public will prefer digital girlfriends
I do
because
too.
they're.
That's a low number, actually.
I
It's
think
probably
that's low.
closer to 50. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say 50, so I'm not going to argue with that
80.
at all.
Let's go 85.
But why?
But you already
Because
see it.
women are terrible.
But you see it in dating apps, right? The dating apps have made the top 1% of guys golden, so they're getting all the women, and the rest of the guys have no women. And then when those women have been run through properly, they try to get married, and the other guys are like, maybe not, maybe
You got
not.
a sex robot. You missed out.
I got an alternative right over here.
Yeah.
The
That is
funny-
what's happening.
The funniest thing about the sex robots, which are certainly going to be better and better every year, is that women were abusing nerds for 100 years, and they didn't see there would be a blowback. The nerds actually replaced women. It's like
What did?
you
Nerds.
yeah, the nerds,
Oh.
the technology people. They're like, all right, if you're going to abuse us for 100 years, you just wait.
I see. I can
Yeah.
see the genius behind that.
That's
Well,
what's
it
happening.
might be better for men. It might be better for women too to just have an agreeable partner that you didn't have to take out all of your personal PTSD with constantly and call that a relationship.
Well, my idea doesn't. It looks like it's not going to catch on. My idea was that your spouse, the person you married, would be the only person you can't have sex with. Everybody else is fair game. Like,
Didn't go over.
when you get married, you basically show your worst side to your spouse because you can't really hide it at that point. So
Right.
why is the only person you can have sex with the only person who showed you all their flaws and
Right.
like
I had a joke about that. I had like, well, you don't want to have sex because you know them. Yeah, because where's the mystery in seeing somebody on the toilet? The romance. What? It's just over. I think people will probably stop having sex because it's deadly and it's
it's deadly.
it's not going to add up.
Well, if the robots are stepping up, I think you're right. They got to step up though.
Well, the women have been using the robots since they came out, in the 70s, all the
That's true.
vibrators. And so, I don't know. It kind of makes sense. People are pretty much chronic masturbators anyway. They don't really want to love nobody or talk to them.
So here's a topic I can only say here, which is I'm pretty sure the womanizer will destroy civilization. Do you know the womanizer? A special kind of sex toy for women that doesn't work.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about like a Lothario, but okay.
For men. I thought you were talking about
No, he's talking
men.
about a vibrator. I've never seen it. I'm going to order it right now for Hannah.
So it's a product that instead of vibration, which was pretty good, I won't give you more description, but it does some kind of a sucking clitoral thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm told that face.
People make me sick. God.
Well, I'm interested.
All right, so I'm told that it's like a whole level above whatever existed before, such that it's so good that it's becoming a replacement for actual men. And I don't mean that as hyperbole. I mean that's like 5% of people just like backing out and say,
maybe people could just be friends, which would be good. You could be friends with the opposite sex rather than, rushing to them to solve all your daddy issues and your mommy problems and using them forever. Just be friends and take care of your own business, for God's sake. The world probably be a way better place.
This is the most optimistic I've been in a long time with you two. I just want you to know, I feel the first time I feel good about the future, and I'm not even trying to be funny.
Oh, the future's going to be fine.
This has been a great, and even though it's all about the future of dildos and sex robots and stuff, it looks good. I'm excited.
What the hell?
I like the big three. I like to talk about, AI, robots, and dildos. If you've covered that field, everything else is sort of ancillary. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we talked about racism, the media, persuasion, programming your brain. Uh, most people believe what most people believe and don't think. We talked about the indictment. Come on, man. We've had a great conversation. I so enjoyed it. You are so smart, so interesting, and I thank you so much for being my guest today.
You know, I am. I think I may have mentioned this, but you don't know how many podcasts I turned down since I got canceled. You know, I did a few up front just to get my message out, and then I went silent. But as soon as I heard that you were interested, I said to myself, I got to talk to the other disgraced artist. And by the way, maybe you could use this too. I like to call myself not canceled, but disgraced, which I kind of like.
I like that.
I kind of like being disgraced. There's some jobs where it can add just a little bit of flavor, right? So the people don't know that I've continued doing the comic, but it's by subscription on Twitter and on the Locals platform. So you can see it there for subscription. But of course, it became much wilder, once all the censorship was off. So I'm just having the most fun. I mean, the series I'm going to work on, I'm just going to start, is I'm going to have Dilbert looking at his 23andMe and his DNA. He starts looking at.
Oh, I did that.
He's going to start looking at his fourth cousins. They have like 0.0002%. And he's going to be thinking, I could use this as a dating app. But I got to stay under 0.004 because that's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's like family.
Dark Dilbert.
Yeah.
But 0.000.
You should hear about my family. The Jews are all married to their cousins in my family all the way through Europe. We all married. That's why we're so neurotic. I figured it out.
Inbreeding.
Because we're way too finely tuned, if you know what I mean. I remember my mom setting me up with a guy when I was I guess I was 16. And the first thing that came in my head when she said she had a nice Jewish boy for me to date, I guess I was 15. She goes, my first question, and I guess this isn't normal for non-Jewish people, are we related to him? and it took her too long to answer. She goes like this. Well, so I knew, I did not want to carry that on.
Yeah, you don't want to get into the conversation of a third cousin. Fourth cousin, definitely okay. Third cousin, that's my limit. I'm drawing the limit there.